Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. Now, where we last left off, I managed to wake up everybody, or at least convince everybody to be willing to leave Holiday Star, along with Hiyoko, Yuya, and everybody, and Nagiki. So I guess all that's left now is for us to confront the king and tell him to screw off and let us leave. Yeah, not much of a recap, but there's really not a whole lot I can really elaborate on. So let's get started. Now then, if I remember Nagiki's map right, I should be near the throne room. But something's bothering me. I've been looking as hard as I can, but I still haven't found it. There was another star below and to the right of the room where we started. Someone else must be here. I went to the right. If that map is correct, there should be a route to that star here somewhere. But where? We don't have to worry about getting lost, but this corridor is way too long. It is connecting two stars. There really isn't any way it could not be long. Stop pointing out how futile my complaints are. We're almost there anyway. Beyond that should be the king's chamber. Nagiki stares at the extravagant door at the end of the hallway and nods. Alright, let's get in there with a bang, take out the king with a clang, and knock down the lighthouse with a crash! Looks like you two cleared your half just fine. Yuya! We went through 2 rooms. We talked to Okusan, Miru, and Kaku, and Dr. Owamine, and we made lots of cracks in the shell. Though I still don't think the doctor is really with us. 2 rooms after all. Yep, just like on the map. I didn't take any shortcuts, but I've only been through 2 rooms as well. So, I'm afraid I have to go back, Mon Ami. But we're just a few steps from the king. We're still 1 short. Must have missed the room somewhere. Okay, so I totally forgot somebody. My mistake. No doubt it's the quail. I'll go find the last room as quickly as I can. My mission here is to get everyone out alive after all. Your status as a hero of justice does give you a better chance at spot checks than either of us. Yuya will finish his search and rescue. I'll clobber some sense into the king, and Naki will destroy the lighthouse. It's the perfect plan. Try not to hurt him too badly, Miss Tosaka. He started it. I was hoping to enjoy our reunion a little more, but we'll have plenty of time for that after we wake up. The king isn't going to be like anything you've fought before, Mon Ami, and he certainly won't be eager to let you pass. But we're low on time. This is the best way. Don't worry, Yuya. Nothing can stand before Nagiki and me. Ours is a march of destruction, and no tender grasses sprout in the charred trail we leave. Speak for yourself. Mr. Sakazaki. Hitori is blind, and if he's alone, he may be scared. Please, help him. Of course. Leave it to me. So yeah, totally forgot about Hitori. Back to the mission then. Adieu. And as for us, into the Hall of the King. Coming through. Stormtrooper Captain Hiyoko has arrived. Well, we're screwed if it's a stormtrooper that's gonna get us out of here. They can't aim to save their lives. You invited us here, and we have come. We want to talk. His Royal Highness the King. Hello, I am the King. You rotten royal rapscallion! Your silly fanfare and informal greeting won't help you now. The King asked, Why do you look so angry? The King is scared. The King does not understand. The King does not understand. The King does not understand and thinks he might cry. Your Majesty, we didn't come here to make you cry. Please, listen to what we have to say. You won't get anywhere talking to him, Nagiki. He belongs in a mental institution. He hasn't listened to anything we've said so far anyway. Come on, let's beat him up already. Miss Tosaka, please. Nagiki glares at me. I guess he's right. Our opponent is the undead lord of a dead kingdom. Maybe if we talk for a bit, we'll find out something useful. Who are you? The king is the king. I know that. And it's not what I'm asking. The migrant said that this place is where the souls of the dead wash up. The souls of the dead who have gone astray, that is. He said that this false star grows by attracting those souls with its light. Were you the one who created this star? If you did, why? Why do you try to trap more people here? Because it is safe here. Safe? This place is fake! It's a sham! This place is the danger! I don't think the king is evil. Sometimes he doesn't seem like anything but evil! No. The king just thinks a little differently than we do. So do evil people compared to good people, Nagiki. What's your point? He's doing all this because he thinks he's helping people. Isn't that right? Of course. The king always acts with the good of his people at heart. His idea of what's good is too far away from ours, Nagiki. That may be true. But I still want to figure out his motives. It's not very likely, but if we can persuade him without using force, we should. Tell me, Your Majesty, where did you come from? It was already dark out when I awoke. What time is it? It must be past 6. I feel like I had a report due today. Which one was it? Classics? Or maybe German lit? Whatever. I gave up on both of them ages ago. I don't want to go out. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I took the gap year? Or when I sailed for a safety school? No. It must have been a long time before that. The days go by, and I do nothing. I wrap myself up in blankets and never go outside. I hate myself, and I hate myself, and the night is here. I sleep until morning, sleep until noon, doze through the evening, and wake up at night. At first, I would write every day. Not quite a journal, and not quite poetry, but writing. I didn't hate writing, but one day even that was too much trouble. My life was always boring. I never had friends. Nothing good ever happened to me. Whenever I would go outside, everybody else would sneer and laugh at me. The world turned its thorny, unkind back on me. I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm trash. I never really taken care of myself. I'd be useless at work if I had a job. I have no redeeming qualities. I think I'd be better off dead. My bed is a cocoon, protecting me. I want to go back to the shell I hatched from. I want to go back to when I was a yolk floating around in an egg so I can rot and die before I hatch. Getting a little Freudian here, aren't we? I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I can't take this anymore. Why do I have to live and study and work? Why do I have to deal with other people? Working hard has never gotten me anything. Birds had it so much better decades ago. They were born, ate, flew, slept, and never had to think about any of this. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. But I don't have the courage. I don't like pain. I don't want to suffer. Someone help me. And just when it was the most painful, when I had sunk so deep into my depression that I could sink no further, the gods heard my wish and granted it. My friend, my only friend. I was useless to myself and everyone else, but the gods still showed kindness to me. Your plumage is so nice. It's bright and cheerful, unlike mine. And it wasn't just our coloration. He was my opposite, in every way. He was earnest and smart. He didn't mumble when he talked. But despite all of that, he understood me more than anyone else in the world. It must be hard for you. I know how it feels. It's painful. It's not your fault. Society is always telling us to do this, do that. It's like we're held at gunpoint. I hate it all too. Just like you. Right? He alone understood me, and I alone understood him. We were alone, the two of us, in the world. The time we had together was the warmest and sweetest of my life. If only it would go on forever. And one day, he said on to me, "Let's make it go on forever. Come on, let's die together. It won't be scary if we're together." Are you serious? Of course I am. I've never lied to you, have I? He was kind to me right until the end. One night he came home with a bag full of medicine. Medicine to wash us away, without pain, forever. Let's go somewhere far away. Somewhere where we're completely alone. Just the two of us. Where no one can bother us and no one will find us. We left on our final journey, and we took the medicine. I'm getting tired. I feel so peaceful, holding your wing like this. We should have done this a long time ago. My pulse and breathing are dropping steadily. We're almost to the end. Yes, just us at the end of the world. Time to say goodbye to this awful world together. I guess you're right. I was thinking it was about time I said goodbye to you. He softly stands up. His warm wing leaves mine. Are you leaving him to die? He steps calmly away. He reaches into my bag. He takes out the key to room 701. My wallet. My ID. What? I reach out. I can't move. Goodbye. This is as far as I take you. But you said you'd leave this awful world behind with me. Yes, what an awful world it is. But I still have things I need to do in it. No! I don't want to die. I don't want to. I don't! It's too late for that now. How many times have you told me you want to die? You never really wanted to die, but you had to. People like you are just a bother, hanging around complaining and getting in the way. What an awful world. It wasn't my fault. Why do you have to kill me? Come on, please. This isn't right. You're right. I never really did want to die. It wasn't me. It was... Society did this to me. It wasn't me. It was everyone around me. I don't... Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that thought to myself. Society, you say? Help me, please. Call an ambulance. Come on, please. They won't come. This is the end of the world, and it belongs to you and me alone. I don't want to die. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't... Why are you doing this to me? You wished for death, and I helped you to it. That's all there is to say. Please try not to throw up. It'll just hurt you more. You dick. Someone. Help me. The King's Picture Book. Once there was a poor little quail. One day, the quail was tricked by a bad bird and killed. The quail was put onto the train through the night sky, along with all the other birds who had died. Wait, why am I just now realizing this? Didn't Yuya call Mr. Kazuaki Hitori? So they know about Kazuaki's true identity in this whole thing? Well, if that's the case, then shouldn't, I don't know, everybody be a little, I don't know, I feel like there's a bit of a time paradox situation going on here, and that none of this should be happening if they know who Kazuaki is. Especially with Nagaki here, you know, being present and all that. Wouldn't he just be all like, hey, Hitori, I know a Hitori. Which Hitori are you talking about? And upon learning who this Hitori might be, would kind of be want to go and you know, find Hitori and just, you know, at least demand an explanation. Hey, what are you doing here? Or something like that. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense to any of you guys here, but why is this just now freaking... Why is this just now coming to me? Good God. Sometimes my brain works normally, and sometimes it just works slower than a snail. I amaze myself. I'm sorry. I should continue. Where's the train going? There must be a terrible place at the end of the line. The quail was so scared and so afraid, it thought its little heart would burst. But the train stopped for a little while. Apparently even galactic trains have to wait for signals. The quail was too scared to stay on the train, so it jumped off. There was a dark, dark room there. There was nothing in it but a chair and a little candle. There was no one else there. The quail sat on the chair and cried. Why did this happen? It was betrayed by its friend and forced onto a strange train. What would happen next? The quail thought and made a station. Maybe if there was a station, someone will come by to play. The quail made a station, and lit the candle, and waited. Time passed. Birds came. The dark room became a beautiful kingdom. The candle became a grand lighthouse. The chair became a royal throne. And the quail became the king. Those who came to the kingdom become one with the king. The king is all, and all are the king. No one is hurt, and no one has any sad thoughts. The birds of the holiday star lived happily. Happily ever after. How nice. How very nice. You've had an unfortunate life indeed, King. Happiness is here. Happiness, and nothing else. You keep getting scarier and scarier. You know that, right? The king thought, if everyone is one, none will be afraid. So little by little, the king absorbed everyone on the holiday star. And now we are one. I don't feel like I understand you at all, even after that huge monologue. He's lonely, so he wants friends. But he doesn't want his friends to quarrel, so he absorbs them all. You're quite a storyteller, Your Highness, to use a few hundred lines to express what I just did in 3. In other words, this whole place is basically a cult of loneliness and crazy peer pressure. You are right on the money, Hiyoko. So I guess that would kind of explain all the different heads that are coming out of you, since you're all essentially a collective. What's good about having everyone together, Mr. King? No one gets to play their own part. If Okasan were here, he'd say something like, everyone is different and everyone is good, Mr. King. And then he'd slap you. Even now that you're the king, you're still just a small, frightened quail. You ran and hid in your shell, and now you're safe in your own private kingdom. I suppose you are right. If everyone is one, no one gets hurt. But there's no one on this fake star but you, Your Majesty. As long as you stay here, you'll be alone. The king said it's not the king's fault. The king was not the only one who wished for this. All who came here accepted it gladly. Even the ones like you, who were angry at first. In 2 days, you will be the king's best friends. You are the ones who are wrong. It is you who are wrong. You're not right. Oh boy. Pretty unsettling imagery. The king, and that king, and this king, and all these kings are so happy. But you want to hurt the king, and this king, and that king. Everyone has to be good on this star. If we are not one, then someone will surely hurt someone else. The king said, "Let us become happy together." I've rechecked everywhere. I went, but I haven't seen any other doors. It's one hallway from start to finish. It looks like this path must be hidden too well for the naked eye to see. The last room should be where I'll find Professor Nanaki. Or wait. Didn't Hyoko say he was Hitori ni Nemo in this world? Oh my god, I totally freaking forgot. They renamed the other bird that they found on Mount Pudding as Hitori. So it is Professor Nanaki after all, then. God, what is wrong with my memory today? Anyway, there should be a quail somewhere, but he's been singled out for poor treatment. Did you really have to hide him away like this, Your Majesty? A voice echoes faintly in the dark corridor. One of the king's underlings? I don't see it anywhere. JB, you... Zaki. You... Leone! I can't stay connected for very long. Listen up. The teacher here, Nanaki Kazuaki, is starting to show abnormal brain activity. He's probably falling into a coma. I'm trying to find him right now. But it looks like the man behind all this has hidden him somewhere. I thought as much. Nanaki's brain activity is dropping. He may not be able to regain consciousness. Meaning, he alone is proceeding more rapidly into the disconnect of mind and body. Unfortunately, I'm going to administer psychotropics to you and Nanaki in 60 seconds. In small amounts. It would look brilliant if you failed the mission because I overdosed you. So my job is to concentrate and find the professor while the high lasts? Exactly. You should have about 2 minutes. Good luck. Leone fades away like a puff of smoke. This isn't the first solo search and rescue I've had to do. But all the same, it's reassuring to see that unshakable cockatiel's face, even for just a minute. It's almost time. If the planisphere was right, the path down to the last star should be between Sakuya and Ryuta's rooms. That magnificent artist did get rid of the clouds for us. It would be a waste if we didn't let any of the nice moonlight in here. The booth should last 2 minutes. At least the area is pretty small. Let's hope the king can't beat me at my own game. So the officers are just willing to use illegal substances as ground operatives. I can't believe it. There's something very wrong with the Dub Party. We are like cogwheels. We serve as parts of a machine far larger and more important than ourselves. You should know it as well as I do. Unfortunately, I cannot even begin to comprehend such groveling ideas. I am not here for the system. The system is here for me. Anyway, I administered the amounts you said to your underling and the quail there. Thanks. Now all we can do is rightly and massively prevent the victims' bodies from losing too much heat, and wait to see how everything turns out. The drugs acting on my physical body are having more of an effect on my dream consciousness than I had expected. Every sensation deepens and expands. If only I could enter this state at will. I see a crack. I can see a crack in the wall. I hadn't noticed it before, but light is seeping through. That must be the light from a bird's soul. I thought it said skull. Like the migrant was talking about. The walls should be fragile here. This is just like Sakuya's tea party. Break it open and be on my way. We can't let you do that, traveler. You were not even invited here. Please, stop doing such terrible things. Well, hello there, yokels. What's with the long faces? I'm just here to pick up a friend. He's gotten stuck in here by mistake, you see. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Mind letting me by? Why do you do such terrible things? You must not open this until everyone is won. No room for negotiation, then. I was hoping this would go more smoothly, but... oh well. If you don't move, I'm going to make you. That's mean! The king is scared of birds like you. The king asked, "Are you trying to break another egg?" The citizens, who appeared to have morphed into the king, addressed me, accusingly. What a mean thing to do! You break eggs, and you think nothing of it. So many eggs. I wonder what the children inside were like. Those lives that couldn't live. Poor, poor eggs. Don't you feel sorry for them? The king knows. The king knows that long ago you broke an egg out of your own selfishness. So this is how the king fights back. I don't know how he figured out my secret, but in any case, it's a very precise attack. The king himself is on his throne. The citizens should just be small parts of the whole, but maybe they share his consciousness and abilities? This is my job. I'm here to rescue everyone from the school. You've trapped inside this wall, one inside this wall. So I'm breaking this wall. Any questions? That poor chick who could never hatch. Please, try not to get distracted. My past has nothing to do with the fact that you're in my way. You poor, poor bird. The king thought you should not have to suffer anymore. Suddenly, the king is carrying eggs and dropping them at my feet. Before I know it, there's nothing left to stand on but on the broken eggs. Nowhere left to stand. The king said, "The king can lift a burden from your shoulders. The king can take away your pain. So come, become one with the king." How much does he know? He's aware of the guilt I've carried with me ever since I broke my brother's egg, anyway. But he seems to have misunderstood. Thanks, but no thanks. You're asking me to hand my guilt over to some complete stranger. Please, tell me you're joking. The king said, "Do you like pain?" The king does not understand. Yeah, I didn't think you would. I don't think you ever will. Like you said, I dirtied my hands with a crime, and I can never take it back. A life lost will never return. The past does not change. The least I can do is remember. I will always carry this with me. This pain is mine, and you can't have it. You know well what it means to suffer. But if you break the king's egg, you will only suffer more. Suffering. Indeed. I don't think you'll understand. This pain is part of me. Your egg is already rotten. Isn't it a little much for you to ask me to accept your sympathy? The king's shadow disappears like a morning fog in the sun. I can see the stairway to the bottom of the maze. A friendly and considerate man. I imagine an eternity spent with him would be full of happy days. As my sentimentality is dying down, in contrast with the high from the drugs in my bloodstream. Picture book. Basically, chaos. Lots of chaos. You lied to me. Ooh. I see a pit of lava. The others weren't exactly masterpieces, but I think this one goes in a class of its own. Professor Nanaki. Hitori. I'm here to take you home. You'll get moldy if you sit around dozing in here. Oh, hello. Looks like he's still alive. Do you mind if I tell you something? I feel very strange. I was sleeping just fine up until a few minutes ago. You woke up all of a sudden. Yes, that's right. I woke up. So he really doesn't have eyes? I hope this doesn't have anything to do with his actual body. But now I'm starting to get sleepy again. Please, stay awake. I need your help to break this egg, Hitori. I'm very, very sleepy. And the king did tell me I could nap for as long as I liked in here. There's nothing wrong with naps, but if you sleep right now, you'll never wake up. Really? That would be bad. Don't sleep! Come on, let's get out of here. The drugs must be wearing off. This guy is quite something. Not everybody can doze off in their sleep. I think I would rather stay here and sleep. So please. He steps unsteadily forward, his wings stretched out in front. Is he looking for me? I'm right here. There you go. Ah, yes. Thank you. He smiles happily, feels for my neck, and closes his wings around it. He's trying to kill you, Yuya. Hey, wait just a minute! Are you planning to strangle me? You noticed. Oopsie. What do you mean, oopsie? I jumped back reflexively. I've nearly been crushed while trying to rescue drowning swimmers, but I never had a hostage try to strangle me before. I thought you were pretty calm. Sorry, did I scare you? I'm here to help. Come on, take a deep breath. After me. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. So, it's not you. I feel like there's something I forgot to do. Even though I thought I already finished it a long time ago. But it wasn't you. Sorry. Do you mistake me for someone else? He looks gentle enough on the outside, but I think he's pretty messed up inside. Big understatement. Did the king do something to you? No. All the king did was close the door. Apparently I shouldn't go outside. Birds who might hurt people have to stay inside. That's pretty stupid. Nobody can live without hurting anyone else. Are you going to follow his orders just because he's the king, Hitori? The king is the most important person here, so apparently I have to. Think for yourself for a minute. Do you want to be dragged along with whatever he wants? He said I need to be punished. Apparently I did something bad, and I think I know what it was. I wouldn't have expected it from the professor I know, but maybe he did something long ago that the king was able to drag up. Just like with me. You killed the king, didn't you, Hitori? If I'm right, then good freaking God, man. That was a real dickish thing for you to do. I mean, I kind of liked you in the main game, but after something like this, I mean, now I feel nothing but mixed feelings for you. I mean, whatever crap you've gone through, that doesn't excuse what you did to the king. That was just cruel, what you did. I wouldn't have expected it from the professor I know, but maybe he did. Okay, I just read that. Duh. I don't know what you did, but it won't go away if you stand here moping. Yes, yes, I know that. Professor. I mean, Hitori. There are still a few things you have left to do in the real world, right? Yes, there are. I think so. In that case, let's get out of here. Okay? A few things left to do. Oh, right. There's something I need to do. And we got the door. Let's get out of this dark hole then. Can't keep a lady waiting after all. But that would be hard. I ate my eyes, so I can't go anyway. I can't see anything. Don't worry, I'll guide you. This rotten egg should have a few cracks from everyone now. And I don't want to leave Hyoko and Nagiki in danger for long. Better hurry to the throne room. Yeah, I don't have any definitive proof here that Hidori or Nanaki just ended up tricking the king into a false suicide pact. But honestly, going by everything I've seen and what Hidori has pretty much stated, the fact that, you know, he's apparently did something bad to warrant being punished by the king, and given that storybook thing with the line, "You lied to me," I'd say it's all but outright, I don't know, to me I think it's all but stated outright that Hidori here had a definite part to play in the king's backstory. If not being the freaking bird altogether, the bird himself that got him killed. And again, and again, that was kind of a dickish thing for you to do, to trick someone into a suicide pact like that, Hidori. Just saying. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut off the episode here. My memory, my head was a bit off today. For some reason, I couldn't exactly remember a couple things correctly. Which is odd because normally I don't really have memory issues like this. I can normally stay on top of stuff like this just fine. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I just am not getting enough sleep lately. I have not exactly been sleeping full nights past a few days, so maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just tired, but who knows? But then again, I can't really think of anything else as to why my mental faculties seem to be a little wonky right now. I should probably take a nap as soon as I stop recording this. Anyway, I think it's enough rambling from me for now. Like I said, I'm going to cut off the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. If you liked it, and if you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next time. Take care.